This video is going to cover how to automate a recurring completion report, or any report for that matter, but we're going to do it for a completion report for this particular learning path. So we're going to go to that learning path. You'll just search for it here, bring it up, then go to metrics and create a new report. And it's a standard report. And so we're going to create the latest one. There's been several versions of this, so I'm going to just pick the latest version. And I want it to give me everything. So all of the completions from the beginning of time. And I want to only show the active people, because the people that are no longer active, I'm not concerned if they completed it. So I'm going to click next. I'm not going to select any particular fields. However, you could click on that, and you could say, I only want to see SCs in this report, and that's a given, because it's an SC learning path. But you can do it based on learner type, user type, and any supervisor. If you wanted to create it for a particular supervisor or a unit, you could select that here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click next. And I want to include some additional learner information like their supervisor. So I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to say it's going to give me the name and their email and some basic information about them, but I want to know what unit they're in, and I want to know who their supervisor is. And that's all I'm going to include in this. And I'm going to click next. Now I'm going to call this SC Tech Completion Report. And I'm going to name it now, because when I set it up for reoccurring, I can't go back and edit the name. So I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to add any recipients. I want to first see how this looks, so that when I send the report out, it won't go to anybody else just yet, but I'll show you how to do that later. So I'm going to create the report. So I paused the video for a moment while I waited for the report to be generated, and now it is up. It's grayed out until this button is illuminated. And now I'm going to download the report, and I'm going to save it in my downloads for now. And I'm going to open that report up, and it's going to show me numbers. And so it's going to tell me overall the learning path. 49 learners have taken it or enrolled in it, and 39 have completed, 10 are in progress. And then I'm going to look at each particular one and see, well, what are people completing and where are we there? But that doesn't give us a whole lot of information about the individuals. So then we click over to the next tab on the bottom here, and I've moved my screen so I can access it, and click on the overall completion report, and it's going to give us all of the data that we chose and a little more. It's going to tell us when they started, when they completed, when their last access was, and the last module that they accessed, how long they were in it. And then it's going to tell us the percentage of that learning path that they've completed. And you can see a lot of people have, 35 to be exact. And then it's going to list all the supervisors. If it's blank, it's because you haven't added their supervisor, or maybe they don't have one, it's a vacant position. And it's also going to include their unit. So now I'm going to go over here to settings, and I'm going to say create a schedule, because I want this to recur monthly. And I'm going to do it on the first weekday of the month. Or I could do it on the first Monday of the month. And, I'm going to do it on the first Sunday. So I'll have it when I come in on Monday morning because it runs at odd hours. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to add the recipients. So I'm going to, if we've got somebody in there that can get this report, I'm going to add them now. And you're going to have to set up those people that can view it because Juan Maldonado is not an admin, but he's going to get these emails and be able to access just the report feature of the admin view. And you'll have to certainly, educate him as to that's how it's going to come. And then I would add him here. Close this out. And you can see I'm going to get it because I created the report and I'm the facilitator. And I can remove myself later. But Juan will also get it on the first Sunday. So I'm going to create the schedule. And now you'll see that this is the one I just ran. And here's the one that's waiting. It was run today. The next time it's going to run is on June 5th.